Like this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired or at least in question of being fired. This clip of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd, and it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Let's take a look here. Now here we go. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is this? Picture this. Indiana's golden ticket, the woman filling arenas and selling out merch, just did what she does best. Lit up the floor, turned the crowd into a riot of joy, and made the Fever actually look like a competent franchise. And then boom, her coach decides that's too much happiness for one afternoon and physically yanks her back like she's a dog off leash sniffing around at the wrong hydrant. The internet lost its collective mind. Clips went viral. Fans screamed foul play. Was it strategic? Was it personal? Or was it just some clueless old guard instinctively trying to dim the light of the brightest star they've ever had? If you support Caitlin and are tired of the old guard, then comment below. Unleash Caitlin. Let's go. So, everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up. Man, why is she doing that? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. As you saw right there, she just went and grabbed Caitlin Clark as she was trying to get the team and the crowd amped up. Because let's be real, this wasn't some heat-of-the-moment miscommunication. Caitlin Clark's face said it all. Pure confusion tinged with that, did that really just happen? Expression we've seen creeping in more and more lately. Not pain, not outrage, just the dawning realization that even the simple act of celebrating a huge play apparently needs a permission slip in Indiana. This is the same Caitlin who built her brand on playing with fire, waving to student sections, pointing to the rafters, and generally bringing joy to a sport that has spent years begging for more eyeballs. Now the very team cashing her checks is all but telling her, hey, tone it down. So, look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish her, trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and trying to make her fit into what the WNBA used to be rather than let her fit out and be her. I mean that. That is my opinion, and there's no question about it. And let's not kid ourselves. This is no isolated weirdness. It's just the latest brick in a wall of awkward, controlling, borderline insecure decisions this franchise keeps stacking around their generational talent. From the moment Clark was drafted, it's like they were more excited to show off their team-first culture than the fact they landed the player literally saving their league's relevance. The Fever seem to have mistaken micromanaging for mentorship. Instead of giving Clark the keys to the Ferrari they just bought, they're handing her a moped and lecturing her on speed limits. It's gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We've officially reached that. Look at what she's done for them already. Sold out crowds home and away, jerseys flying off the shelves, media hits that normally would have taken this franchise a decade to rack up. Any sane organization would be rolling out a red carpet lined with gold bricks. Instead, they're acting like Caitlin's a rookie intern who needs constant reminders not to outshine her supervisors in meetings. Her spark, her confidence, her infectious charisma, those are the things you build statues for, not leash with some corporate handbook on humble celebrations. Then she goes and hits a step-back 3 on JC Sheldon, and the whole crowd's going nuts. She's getting subbed off, by the way. She doesn't go back in the game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. The coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. And we can't ignore the management side of this cringe fest. It's like they stumbled face first into a marketing jackpot, then immediately panicked that their new franchise face might be too visible, too much of the reason fans are tuning in. So what's the plan? Limit her minutes, ice her during pivotal runs, and now literally drag her out of her own hype moments. They're treating a player who should be Indiana royalty like she's some overzealous bench warmer who forgot she's not allowed to enjoy the show. Watch how this plays out on the court. If it's not suspiciously early trips to the bench for rest, it's teammates suddenly acting like ball movement is optional when she's wide open. Now at a coach physically stopping her from high-fiving the crowd, and the picture's pretty clear. This isn't structure, it's control. This isn't mentorship. It's mild sabotage dressed up in matching polos. That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever. I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we've had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since Dana Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team. You know what's truly nuts? Caitlin's not some diva begging for special treatment. All she's done since landing in Indiana is show up, drop historic stat lines, handle a ludicrous amount of scrutiny with grace, and elevate the Fever from punchline to powerhouse. But the response from inside her own building is like they're more concerned with keeping her from becoming too big for their brand than actually winning games. And you can see the toll it's taking. The joy is still there, barely. The trademark Clark grin still breaks through, but watch close. When she's yanked for no reason, when teammates ignore her on the wing, or when a coach manhandles her mid-cheer, there's that micro-expression of confusion, a flicker of, why am I even here if I can't be me? It's that invisible gut punch only real hoopers can see. A competitor's soul getting quietly bruised by people who should be her biggest advocates. Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever's franchise valuation was $90 million. After playing, 40 games? The valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be a billion-dollar athlete.